All right, we are apparently live. We are apparently live. So now I'm gonna go to YouTube and see if it's working, because it should be. Save Before Quitting is live on YouTube. Hey, that's our YouTube right there.
Twitch takes a second to update. Testing audio, testing audio. My mic. Yeah. We are live on multiple platforms currently. Wow. Speaking of wow, did you watch Loki? Bro. Oh yeah. It's very good. There's a lot of good Easter eggs there, which I hope that a lot of people notice, but they probably won't, and you most likely won't because they went by really, really fast for some parts. But yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for. Royalty-free lo-fi music. Apparently, we get royalty-free music with this as well. Yeah, so we get a logo maker, an intro maker, something called Willow, a merch store, the multi-stream, and then all the widgets. We can do different themes and shit. So like we can theme the podcast differently in different ways and whatnot. I don't know, but I already changed our alert box. I don't know. Are you watching the stream right now? Anything? So wait one second. I'll switch to us both. We'll just sit here real quick so I can test the widgets. Where is the unhide all? I want to find the set alert box. Let's do that at 30. Monitor and output. Cool. Can you see the stream at all? Yay, nay? Watch that. Look at that. Look at that. Nice little alert right there. Yeah. Oh. Eventually look at that. Lucas in the chat right now. We are live on both YouTube and Twitch. Yeah, man. I just chose that one for funsies. I don't know if that's the one we'll go with for the future. We'll look through them at a later date for other live such stuff. But yeah, we're live. We got fucking 6 viewers right now. People are chilling and watching. Yeah. Do you want me to give you the option to record this, or are we just gonna use the audio from the Twitch thing? Yeah, I can technically rip the VOD, but it's also like true. I'll have to do that myself as well. We're literally gonna both be doing the same exact thing at the same time. Like I'm gonna be doing it for the video version, and you're gonna be doing it for the audio version, and we're just gonna it's gonna fucking work perfectly. Yeah. Allowed to record local files. Ah. This woman is so loud. Alright. Stacked episode today. First time live on YouTube. So far, digging it. Let me retweet that we are live. Wait, you can't hear it? What the fuck? You talk again? Huh. No, 1 second. Talk again.
Yo, 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 yo.
Oh, why am I hearing you double now?
Say something else.
Hello.
Okay. Am I still double?
For me, you're double.
I can't hear. I can hear him now. Everybody listening in the chat, is my voice doubled?
Does he sound like a Terminator? Because that's what he sounds like to me.
I
If so,
am
I'll
a
just switch to
Terminator.
my other headphones because those don't give me problems.
Is my voice doubled? Somebody answer me. Sounds fine to me. That's what CLD said. So you might have to listen to the Terminator for 2 hours.
I mean, to be fair, I can switch my headphones right now.
But how do we know it's the headphones? Is my voice double? To be fair, I could put on the same headphones as you have on right now.
You do sound double to me on the YouTube version. 1 second. Let's do some fun stuff. Properties. Switch back to Realtek high definition audio. Un momento, I can't hear you. So you could be saying a bunch of nasty things. And now I can't hear anything. 1 second. Why can't I hear you at all now? Oh, I have to change my in settings. 1 second. Audio settings inside of this Realtek high definition audio. No, it's like, they can't hear you. Just so you know. Now they can. They still can't hear you because I goofed again. There you are.
Now
He
what?
sounds better now, I think. At least bearable to me, because holy fuck, was that terrible.
All right, now how do we sound, ladies and gentlemen?
How we rocking, how we rolling. Got people from the Twitch chat right now. Nobody wants to be on YouTube. I see how it is.
They don't. We sounding good now? Sounding all great?
Got a baller, says Lucas.
Sounds a baller now. Man, we sound even better than before. What did you have to change?
So the settings from what's it called?
Twitch? Zoom? Okay.
Zoom, I had them set to those headphones, which are wireless. And then I also had the Twitch set to wireless, which then caused it to double in my ears for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tech and stuff. It happened because of reason.
It
Do
always
I know
is.
reason? No. But it's fine. We're here now. We're talking. I have this giant ball in my face, and you have an actual microphone.
What do you like? Making up for lost time.
Sure, true. Yeah, this is the first time we've seen each other face to face in like what, fucking a week and a half almost.
Yeah, I guess for us that's a long time.
Yeah, I was getting ready for work on Tuesday because we had off on Monday, and it felt weird because I didn't have like the weekly reset of the podcast. Like,
Tell me about it.
I felt like off this week, like straight up. Like I legitimately felt off. Like there was something going. Not necessarily right, and I was like, why do I feel like that? And then I realized that it was like, that's it. It's fucking didn't do the podcast yet, which is gonna be fun. when we do it this weekend.
Building sitting here like, all right, we gotta record. Thursday is getting closer and closer and closer.
True. But
So at
things
least
are all good now.
Anybody who listens to the podcast this week, it is literally the most up-to-date information
Yeah.
ever.
The quickest turnaround podcast. Literally almost immediately is when you're going to be hearing this. So it's funny because one of our loyal listeners, Luke the Duke, listens every single week on what's it called, Thursday. Now will not be listening. So
I mean, that's if he sticks around.
True.
Oh, no.
If he's not busy in the background. But yeah. It's been a news-filled week out of nowhere. So we got hella news.
It's a lot to get to.
We got some really good questions in our email. I think we also got a top 5 sent in from someone.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll go run about back from the top 5 of E3. Nice little reach back to 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
Almost 3 weeks, I think, or 4 almost now. But
E3 seems like it was another lifetime ago now.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we're back into the groove of it. Next week, the big changes to the podcast will be happening.
Yeah, some exciting, fun stuff for everybody to see.
Yes. For one of the people in the chat, I definitely forgot to do something on the last YouTube video after I said I would do it, even though I did it the first time. I did it the first time when I went this. And then the second and the third, I was like, I just need to render out this YouTube video because it's like 11 at night. So I just did it. And I was like, fuck it. Our lips are lip synced. The audio's good with the video. Fuck it. Doing it, and it's rendering.
It was a lose-lose situation because if you would have stayed on, then the video wouldn't go out as early as it should, and the same person would have been like, where's the video? And if you...
True. You gotta get the video out for that Friday morning, you know?
Right.
Get you through the day a little bit. That's my Friday now. It's watch our podcast, and then watch the Bad Batch, and then just slug the rest of the way through work, and that's it. Which, also, side note, fuck work this week. No offense to someone else that's in the chat right now, but someone decided to take the whole fucking week off.
Lucky that.
It's made my life a living hell because I have to deal with a coworker that's covering his shit, who's just constantly bitching, like, fuck this guy. And you know who you are because you're in the chat.
That narrows it down pretty easily.
Yeah. But, bro, oh my God, it's been a fucking week, and it's Wednesday. It's fucking Wednesday.
I'm still holding to the point that I can't wait for listeners and viewers of this show in however long it takes to be like, remember when they used to complain about work?
Dude.
When they had day jobs?
True. I mean, listen, man. Now that we have, for you audio amigos that aren't in the video version of this podcast, we are both streaming on Twitch and YouTube right now. That is because I pulled the trigger and bought a little thing called Streamlabs Prime. Just giving all my money to Mr. Bezos as he retires.
Right.
Pretty much that allows us to stream at multiple places at the same time, which is dope. We get the chats from multiple places at the same time. There is something I want to learn how to do where you can like put like specific chat messages up on the screen where it's like, oh, this person said this, but obviously right now we just got the chat box and that goes slow enough since we don't have a ton of viewers in here, but we appreciate you that are here.
Yes.
But
one step at a time. We're gonna get all that.
Yeah, but with that Streamlabs Prime, it actually gives us multiple things extra on top of just being able to do the multi-stream. We also get a bunch of widgets and like themes that we can use. So like if you guys aren't following, I'm gonna do it real quick. I'm gonna hit the test widgets button for follow. Look at that. There's a new thing, new follower alert. So if we get any new followers in the chat, it will say your name up top and do that.
Go tell your friends to follow us right now so you can see it.
Yeah.
Again and again and again.
Yeah. Pretty much. We need to get. I feel like. Here's the thing, our YouTube audience is bigger than our Twitch audience, and our Twitch audience is almost non-existent unless we're doing a podcast. Like, when we're gaming, nobody wants to see this shit. No offense to us, but, like, it's just, you know?
One take.
But, yeah, you know. And then when it comes to YouTube, like our Resident Evil videos are doing well and shit, so I'm like, maybe we stream there instead. But now we can do both. But we also get a merch store for free with this Streamlabs thing. So now there's technically not like today, the day, because I just bought it like 20 minutes ago, so there's not merch up right now. But soon you can buy Save Before Quitting merch from whatever this merch store is that Streamlabs gives us for free. So,
buy stuff from the store that we haven't.
Yeah. Lucas in the chat said merch store with gamer towels. That would probably be something separate, to be honest with you, because I don't know if Streamlabs store would have towels. More on that soon, because of the new stuff that we have coming. It actually forced me to remake our logo in a nice vector way, so now we have that file to actually make merch and stuff.
I'm excited for everyone to see the newness.
It's
next Thursday.
Good. Yeah,
not tomorrow, but next Thursday, episode 40.
Episode 40. It actually worked out really well to like that nice even number, because like I was thinking like, oh shit, this is gonna be the week that we release all the new stuff, but then fucking it's not, because you know, busy and life.
Yep.
And fucking like, hey, big 4-0, turning 40 and
we're old.
We're old.
Turning 40.
Insert the clip from SpongeBob with Mr. Krabs waking up. You're old. But yeah, CLD in the chat said at this point, as long as the videos are up by noon, I'm good. Gotta watch sports stuff first. Ah, yes, sports and the basketball and such.
That's right.
With the balls and whatnot.
Sports.
Like this.
Hashtag sports.
Hashtag sports. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good time next week. We're gonna look. I'm not gonna give too many spoilers, but the crispiness is on the way.
It's on the way.
What I showed on my hand is on the way. Nice new intro to the pod, and also videos in general. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
Very
Can't
good.
wait for it. And then that merch store that apparently exists at some point in the future when I decide to do it. But yeah, lots of new shit that's happening this month.
It's only right.
Yeah, I feel like we're evolving. I think you sent that like gif of like, what was it, Charmander evolving or something.
Yeah.
And then I found like the Magikarp turning into Gyarados one that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I'll put it up on the screen for the video versions of the pod.
You're gonna forget it.
Listen, I'm editing this right after we're done.
What does that mean?
That means it's still fresh.
Okay.
You know? It's slightly fresh, as opposed to like when we record on a fucking Sunday.
I reminded you before you edited the last one.
I did it. I just didn't do it all the times. That's the thing. Listen.
Just not all the times.
Exactly. But yeah, man. It's a great time, to say the least. We got new shit coming. New. That's it. I don't know what else to say.
Well, let's just get into it, man.
Yeah, let's get into it.
A lot to get through. We're gonna keep the what we played short. The news section is the bulk of this episode. There is a ton of it.
True.
So
I played a lot, and I got a bitch about something.
All right, good, because I didn't play that much, of course.
All right, let's start the show. Intro music plays here.
I'm not gonna do the whole song.
Welcome to the awkward part where we just wait and get
This
ready.
is the part that gets cut out every episode where we're just like,
yeah,
oh, we gotta awkwardly start now.
Hell yeah. I think it's you this week, right?
It's me.
Yeah.
Ready?
Sure.
I guess we don't have to clap, do we?
No, you don't have to do shit. The audio's all
the audio's here. All right.
Perfect.
Level up, gamers, and welcome to Save Before Quitting. I'm Ant.
I'm Chris.
And thank you for coming back to us for another episode, all you NGPs. As always, you can find us on Save Before Quitting, all the way spelled out, at gmail.com. Save letter B, number 4 quitting on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch. If you want to throw YouTube in there, easy way to remember it, Titty. Titty. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, YouTube.
Titty.
Team Titty.
That's how
Save
Ant
before
has
quitting.
like learned how to do it each week now, which is hilarious to me. Because like before, you were just fucking like struggling.
I would always forget one of the T's.
Yeah,
It was
but
either Twitter or TikTok, and I would forget one.
hey, man. But yeah, hell yeah, we got some people in the chat. Want to show some love to people right now. We actually have someone over on the YouTube chat as well, so we'll get to that in a second. But CLD hit us with the y'all coming out with merch, so Chris has an excuse to use his 3D printer. Listen, man, I don't need an excuse. I am printing so much shit right now. Just for context, I signed up for this dude's Patreon the other day. I found some guy, and he does Star Wars stuff, right? So this is a 6-inch scale figure here that I own. This right here is going to be one of those walker things, like that they like walk on. It looks like a motorcycle now, but there's legs coming soon. But I'm out of resin, so once I get more of that,
Not the resin.
and then Grammatics is in the chat over on YouTube.com.
Grammatics is good. We got an email from him.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I read that email and I was like, "This is the best question I think we've gotten in Save Before Quitting history."
It's gonna be fun to answer.
It was such a good question. No offense to Lucas, who's weekly on the questions, even though he didn't send one this week, but he's in the chat, so he can make up for it. And then again, Lucas is in the chat. And he said hopefully he gets that new resin soon, so he can. Yes, it should be here Thursday. So there's that.
Always day.
And then Save Before Quitting podcast ourselves typed A in the chat. I guess
What?
Was that you?
What?
Did you type A in the chat?
Oh, that was me. That was me.
Yeah.
At first, I was
I
like,
thought it was someone else. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
I
The ghost to Save Before Quitting past
Hey,
disappeared.
I want to leave Grammatics hanging, man.
True.
I don't want to all just focus on.
We're talking to him. We said, hey, he's here.
You're right. I'm making sure I'm looking at both chats. That's all.
GG's. But apparently Lucas is jumping over to the Gmail, and then also CLD does have a question as well. So it looks like it's a long news section and questions this week.
Man, we should have did a
I was
call.
gonna say, fucking A, like next week is all the new shit, and we're about to answer all the best questions and shit. Fuck.
Mhm.
It's all good.
Good.
We gotta like end the season 1 on a bang. Would it be season 1? It's like season 1.5, like with like Timon and Pumbaa and their side of the story.
No. You know what? It's not season 1 because we're video games. This is the end of disc 1, like throwback to PS1 days.
I thought you were gonna say like chapter 1 or something like that, but disc 1 I like too. I like that. So yeah, the end of disc 1, and then like the baby disc from like the GameCube era.
Yeah.
Like,
But then wait. I guess what's the modern version of that? Because there's no more disc 1.
I don't like chapters, I guess. Like like it's like day 1 to 3 in Last of Us 2.
Yeah, but that limits the days, and I guess now we can go as many as we want.
It's like a chapter, I guess, but kind of not really. I don't know. It's a time trial, maybe. I don't. What do you want me to just throw off buzzwords of games?
Yes, go.
Coin.
Bad. All right,
Anyway.
let's move on.
Moving on. The reoccurring segment that we always talk about at the beginning of every single show after we give our thanks and show you our titty.
Right.
What did we play this week?
I played. I made Adrian was sitting on the couch with me, and I turned on Smash Brothers to like teach her how to play.
Oh Jesus!
So I'm letting her like get her bearings and everything, but she's kind of like, obviously to us gamers, like we're super coordinated with a controller, but she doesn't play often, so she's not like getting all the nuances of like, triple jump, like smash attacks down. Like she's not getting all the nuances of Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
She can get them like at one time, but she can't chain anything together. So I'm just letting her get all these hits off, and then she was like, "All right, well, you just play normal. I don't want you to take it easy on me." I'm like, "Yes, you do, because I can't play normal." Needless to say, we went like 3 rounds, and she was like, "I'm done."
What were you guys playing last week? She was playing something when I came over to record last week. I forget.
Oh, ukulele.
Ukulele. That's what it was.
She went going through my list of games, and she was like something that looked like popped out at her. So that's like a colorful platformer. Like, oh, this looks cute and play. So she's playing that, and
she got her to play Gek. What's it called? Gek. Is it Gek? The one that Donkey always memes on.
Oh, Gex.
Gex, yeah.
I
Get
need
her
to
to play
get
that with like
go find that.
what's the fucking line that's like he always says like this place is like blah 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 like
Guy getting drunk at someone's house. It's all
yeah,
he always
some random dude from the 80s house like
always.
some fucking Drew Carey ass like reference like bro. But
It
yeah.
was it's so of its time. That's why they need to put out a new Gex and give him new references.
That shit's bussin' on God.
And at that point, Gex is retired.
And then they just bring him to Mario Golf, and we're sold.
All Gex is. Speaking of Donkey, you saw his newest video the month ago, and he throws the Gex golf.
It's so good. It's my favorite video from Donkey in so long, man.
That was funny. Where the ball stops right at the hole.
He switches to the driver, and he's using that to fucking putt, dude. I started doing that. That's my fucking play now. Yeah.
The last where it goes straight up and goes in.
Yes.
If nobody knows what we're talking about, sorry, we just led you down an entire.
Go watch the video game Donkey video. What are you doing here? No offense, but yeah, stay here. We love you. But yeah,
please. But what was I saying? Yeah, when she was playing that, I feel like I played something else and I can't remember what it was.
Well, you think?
Oh, I played a.
Huh? No, go. I was gonna show some love to the chat. But you remembered very quickly.
I played like a little bit more Ratchet. I know that leads into what you've been playing, but that's really it because, again, y'all, we've been like busting our asses trying to improve the show.
God.
I'm gonna need you to
just left the chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to relax a little bit. Nah, but it was cool. Like we've been improving the show in the background. Again, y'all see all that next week. That's been taking up a lot of time.
Hell yeah.
Because obvious life shit. So that's me. What about you?
Well, how far in Ratchet are you at right now? Like,
I'm not far, like at all.
Without
like,
spoilers, what's the last thing that happened? If that makes sense, like something that's relatively like, yeah, I get this is a thing that happened.
Clank returned.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not too bad though. Like, honestly, okay. Before we get into my games, we'll show some love to the chat. So Grammatics said, "So I can destroy her," in regards to Adrian playing Smash.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, you could kick my ass, dude. I'm terrible at Smash. I don't know how to fucking block still. And then CLD hit it up with Final Fantasy VII. Actually did come with the 2 discs, so maybe this is disc 1. We'll talk about that. We got Anna in the chat. I play games. I still just press buttons, LOL. She should play me. So 1v1 Anna versus Adrian.
A's set it up.
And then we got Kyle Beowulf in the chat. Y'all look great. Thank you so much. Just wait till next week. Just fucking wait till next week. We won't be live, but it'll be great.
Next week is gonna get real. I mean, we might be able to make it.
I don't know with the Mac, dude. I'm sorry, but like I don't know. It'll be okay, but it won't be amazing.
I'm just talking about I don't know. We'll get to that.
We'll mess around with it. We'll see what happens. But getting into what I played, I played a little bit of Overwatch with some people in the chat, Anna and Lucas, for a bit. There was like an event or something for like a skin for a character that I don't like, and then I played her, and then I found out that I'm very good at her. I think her name's Ash. Ash, yeah, and she has like a marksman rifle, I guess you could call it, and she's fun as fuck. Then I also played a little. I think I played a little bit of Sea of Thieves, or maybe I didn't. No, I didn't get to play Sea of Thieves this week. I was gonna play with Yuki, but did not get a chance to, unfortunately. Yell up to her because I'm pretty sure she's upstairs at your house and be like, "Yo."
Yeah, she's up there chilling with Adrian.
But I didn't get to play that, sadly. Played a bit of Apex with Lucas in the chat and my brother, and then also the boys over at Haptic Intel. It's been fun. That caused a new nickname in the Discord. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but I gave my brother a nickname in the Discord. His new nickname is Concrete Feet.
Wait, I did see you guys talking about concrete.
So
I know what the hell that meant. I was just letting it rock.
Pretty much, we're playing the 3v3 game, and like Lucas and I are on the ground at this area where there's like a bunch of buildings up top, and he's just chilling up top. Lucas and I get 2 kills, but then this guy drops down on us because we're extremely low and knocks the both of us. No, wait, that's not. Wait, maybe that's not what happened. He drops down.
Far, what I got is you guys dropped it low.
Yes, drop it low. No, Lucas and fucking Ryan were next to each other, I'm pretty sure. And fucking Ryan just stood there while Lucas died. So, and then I'm over there
right there,
dead as well. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Wait, is that what y'all were talking about? I was like, see, I saw somebody complaining about that in the fucking Discord.
I was like, yo, bro, like you didn't move. You got concrete feet. So that's his new nickname. And he's I was waiting for him to barge in behind us, but it worked out that he maybe didn't hear me, or he's just gonna barge in at a later point. But it's fine. Other than that, the only other thing that I played was also Ratchet and Clank, which I platinumed last night at 2 a.m.
Well, you're doing it for the both of us at this point.
Dude, here's the thing. I didn't want to platinum it. I was just like, I'm just gonna like beat the game. I literally fell asleep for 2 hours after work in my chair because this is the most comfortable chair ever. #ad. I'm not gonna tell you what it is though. So once you pay us, then we'll say the name of the chair, bitch.
Yeah, the people who own this chair pay us, and we'll advertise the chair.
But I fell asleep and I woke up. I'm like, man, I feel like I'm doing nothing. Like I got the intro done. Like I was like, shit. Like I'm not doing shit. I'm not even 3D printing because fucking no resin. So I pop it in and I'm like, okay, let me just finish it. Like I'll go back and do the other shit and get the trophies later. I finish it. It was okay. Honestly, like 6, 7 out of 10 if I'm giving it a rating. I kind of agree with the Donkey video about it, like how it's kind of just like exists, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how kind of goofy the voice lines were until I saw the video where like everyone's just apologizing the whole time for shit, and like I thought it was a meme. And, like, he was just re-showing clips. But then I was like, oh, my God, this is really the way it is.
It is. But, I mean, it's always kind of been like that, too.
Yeah, I guess. And, like, to be fair, like, Ratchet and Clank is more of, like, a kid-type game, I guess you could say. Like, it's meant for, like, kids and whatnot.
Well, themes-wise, yeah.
Yeah, and, like, you know, like, a kid can play along. And, like, with those themes, it, like, shows them, like, you know, it's okay to apologize if you're wrong for something and, like, shit like that. And, like, it's, you know,
it's a Saturday morning cartoon. Like it's a cartoon. Yeah. And you're pretty much playing that.
And it's great. Don't get me wrong. But the fucking trophies, man, they suck ass. Like, I was telling Ryan this morning about how pissed I was because like one of them was like shoot out 50 or so of the mushroom guy. Like it's just like you shoot out a mushroom and then he like just starts shooting himself. Pretty much that's his thing. And you had to put 50 of them out, and that was like a gold trophy. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I just have to put 50 of them out, and then that's it?
Are you about to tell me that most of these trophies have to do with this, like, using a certain weapon?
Yeah, there's a decent bit of them. There's one where it's, like, a sprinkler, and it, like, you know, like a that one.
And it makes them all, like, bushes or whatever?
Yeah, there's one where it's that, and it's, like, get 20 kills with enemies as bushes. And I'm like, this is fucking garbage. Like, and then there's one where you get this shield gun, which I'll let you know now. Make sure you fucking use that because you need to make that to level 5 in order to do the trophy, which is where you fully max it out and you can, like, shoot the bullets back at people as opposed to it just being a shield. I didn't know that, so I'm just like, what the fuck? It's not working. Turns out it has to be level fucking 5, and that's when you get that. And I'm like, this is a joke. And then I finally get all of the trophies, and I'm looking at the smart menu because PlayStation, and the only ones left is the motherfucking platinum. And I'm like, why didn't I get it? Why didn't I not get the thing? What the hell's going on here?
Right.
I go to the menu, and I'm like, I go to the trophy menu, it says I got 97%. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I missed 2 hidden trophies, which, like, why wouldn't you show them there? Like,
that's typically the case, too.
Yeah, like,
the damn hidden trophies.
And I'm like, okay, fuck it. What are these? Because you can reveal what the trophy is.
Right.
One of them was go to the jukebox and play 3 songs. So I'm like, okay. I go there, just go XXX on it. Gets it immediately. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I was pissed. And then the last one was turn on the TV and rivets like hideout, and I'm like, you fucking kidding me right now?
And you got a platinum right after that, didn't you?
Yeah, got a platinum right after that. 2:30 in the morning. I was waiting like 30 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck was going on, like why I didn't get my platinum. I was like, oh, the game's broken and shit. No, just some stupid shit. I was pissed. I was so mad, dude. I was like, I just wasted my time, and then it fucking killed me today. Like, I was dead at
Listen,
work.
I'm floating. I had to get this coffee because I was tired today too.
I feel that. I had to stay late today and shit. I'm like, bro, let me just go. Let me go. I gotta record a podcast.
Right, we gotta do important work.
Yes.
Shit.
I don't give a fuck about paying people. Fuck that.
They don't need money.
They don't need money. I need to record a podcast. Fuck them.
Right.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I've played this week. I gotta figure out what I'm beating next. I think I might go back and just beat Cyberpunk just so that I could say that I've beaten it.
The game that shall not be named.
Yeah, like I'm at the point where it's literally just like, here's the ending, and it would exactly where I was at in Ratchet. I'm like, why don't I just launch it? Put
If
an
you
hour
beat
into it.
when you beat Cyberpunk, the ending is just a scrolling one of those yellow posts.
Apologies.
Apologies.
We're sorry.
Right.
Just like a guy rubbing his nipples. It's Keanu Reeves.
No, just be Keanu Reeves. It'd be that note, and under it's just Keanu Reeves sitting on a mountain of money.
True. That fucking game. But yeah, I got plenty of games to finish. Plus, then I have fucking Sea of Thieves. I gotta finish that campaign soon. So yeah, that's pretty much all that
Nice.
we've played.
That wasn't bad. I thought you were gonna have like this extensive.
No, I was gonna rip into it because like it's. I feel like if you just watch the Donkey video, you kind of get the understanding of how I feel about the game. So I don't want to like repeat the same shit he said.
Got you.
But yeah, I definitely feel a way about it. I've also played Mario Golf, but that's not really something to like talk about. I guess it's golf with Mario.
I need to play that.
It's actually super fun, man. And I hate that it is. I got Ryan to buy it too. We were
Why do you
playing
hate
like.
this?
I hate that it's golf, and that it's fun. If that makes sense, you know, like it shouldn't be fun, bruh. It's golf.
But if it is, that's a great thing.
It is, but I'm mad about it.
You can't be mad that it turned out fun.
I'm mad that I paid $60 for a game that's golf.
But are you having fun?
I'm having so much fun, and
You
it's not
spent
okay.
$60 to have fun. You didn't.
Yes, but it's not okay.
It's fine.
Anna in chat said,
I should be miserable. I wanted to spend $60 and be upset at golf.
No, it's not that I want to be miserable. I just wanted to be like, this is okay. This is okay. This is a good game. I'm not mad that I spent 60. I'm happy that I spent 60, and I don't know how to feel about it. And I'm questioning my logic in my head. But Anna's saying, did I play the GameCube one? No.
I did.
Sadly. That's the one thing that I love that in the Donkey video. I hate that we keep fucking mentioning it, but the animations for like the bogeys and shit, like they were so much cooler than in this one where it's just like like you got a shitty fucking score, whatever.
Deflated.
Yeah, as opposed to like I think it was the Wario one. He like picks up a giant rock and then throws it, and then he's like having a temper tantrum, and then it like squishes him. Like that's so much better. What the fuck? But it's fine. I'm not mad because I'm having too much fun. But yeah, it's a good time. We'll have to play. I haven't played it with motion controls yet. I still want to do that.
All right. Well, next game, maybe next time, just bring it through, and we'll
make
that the next one.
Hell yeah.
YouTube playthrough.
Yeah, after we play Way Out, since we haven't in weeks.
There's man, listen. Ladies and gentlemen, improving the show in the background has taken away from the catching up on the playing the games.
Yeah.
But it'll all make sense soon. I feel like we're hyping it up so much that it better. You guys, I really hope that you're.
Have you tested the thing yet?
That's why I was saying I wish I would have got down here earlier because I would be using that.
Okay.
But it's fine.
It's fine.
I have plenty of time still.
Yeah, okay, cool. As long as we test it. Thing that's gonna be funny is that we're gonna get together like on Sunday. It's like, what did we play this week? Well, we just talked about it on episode 39 like 2 days ago.
Not only the quickest turnaround episode, but it's it'll be the episode closest to the following episode.
True. But yeah, moving on from that, we have the news section. This is gonna be stacked, folks. In the chat right now. Get ready for it. We want to hear your opinions on what went down. So please talk to us.
Yes, this is where we really want you guys. Yeah. Let's just get the elephant out the room immediately, because I feel like we're going to talk on that pretty extensively. Or at least I will. No. Don't give two shit. My Assassin's Creed is upstairs playing sound out of my television. My sound bar.
You don't gotta brag, man.
Listen, I ain't bragging. I'm just telling you the status of my Assassin's Creed. I'm making my way through in surround sound. All right. Let me get ready for this announcement. The Switch Pro super duper quotes was revealed. That was today, right? Was that yesterday?
I think it was yesterday, right? Because
I'm losing track of days.
Yeah, it was yesterday. It is I forget where I'm trying to get to the actual channel where I posted all the screenshots and shit, just because there's like the specs and whatnot in Discord. But yeah, it's what the OLED model is what they're calling it, the OLED Switch.
Listen. Well, let's just, cat out the bag. Spoiler alert. That is not the Switch Pro.
Yeah.
That is Switch OLED. It is an improvement on the original Switch.
Yeah.
Which
it's not this much.
It looks nicer, and it comes with more built-in memory and has a larger kickstand on the back.
Yeah.
And improved sound system.
It can do this.
Yeah, so if you're not willing to spend $350 on that, then I don't know what you're doing with your money.
Right? Dude. Twitter is bad right now about it too. Like, it's weird right now. It's either you're hating on it to the point of like, my God, or you're like one of the social media influencers. They're like, guys, it's just a system. We're all gonna buy it anyway. It's not a big deal. Like, shut the fuck up. No,
we're not. Listen. I know I'm Mr. Nintendo guy on the show, but I am Mario without the mustache, and I'm also black. But still, I'm Mario of the show. No, but I initially saw it, and of course I was like, oh, I'm getting this. Of course I'm getting this. As the day went on, and me and CLD talked about it. We had a whole text combo about it. But as the day went on, I'm like, wait a minute. No, I'm not. Like, I'm not getting this.
Yeah.
At least not immediately. Like, it's not worth $350 if it's the exact same thing. If there's no RAM improvements, if the CPU isn't stronger, like, there's nothing. It's just, you're buying it for the screen.
Yeah. And what's the new Joy-Con? It's like AR cons. Which
that was on this?
I think so, isn't it?
I thought that was on the rumored next one.
Oh, I could be wrong then. But either way, yeah, I'm in very much agreement where this is kind of a joke and a slap in the face.
But I have what I wanted to say about it was people are like, well, if this is the Pro, you lied to us. But I think that's still coming. I think the Pro is still a thing.
Most likely.
I think that they're doing what they did with all their handhelds. Even though this is a handheld console hybrid, I think that they're going with the Game Boy, all the Game Boy routes. Like the Game Boy, then it was the Game Boy Pocket, then it was the Game Boy Color, then it was Game Boy Advance, then it was, because they're gonna like Apple us pretty much.
Yeah, that's what they are.
Doing the iPhone model. So like, if you think about the DS and you had the DSi, then the DS Lite, then the 3DS, then the 3DS XL, then the new 3DS,
And then the 2DS, which I had.
then 2DS, then the new. Didn't they have like there's a 2DS that was like one piece, then it was one that flipped open also.
I had the one piece one. It was like a giant fucking brick.
Yeah, it's like a brick.
Yeah, it was nice. I liked it.
Now I think that we're going to get a I think that's what they're doing pretty much.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be. Oh, and I have a this is my hypothesis, right? So I think going into next year, this costs $350, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think what they're going to do ultimately is give us the Switch, quote unquote, Switch Pro holiday season next year or in 2023. And then in order to supplement, they're going to phase out the original Switch that we all have now.
With
And the
this one.
Switch OLED is
New
going to
phase
become
one.
the standard Switch. It like, if you think about it, because they made it $350, I guarantee you they come out with a Switch Pro, they price drop the OLED to $300 and the new one will be $400.
I could even see them doing like $450 just because they're Nintendo and fuck us, you know? Like they can. That's the at the end of the day they can do whatever they want and they know people will buy it, which is the thing that they talked about online on Twitter. Like people are literally saying like, you guys are hating on this, but you're still gonna fucking buy it. And it's true. There's gonna be fucking record numbers with this shit. And numbers you've never seen. And people are gonna love the hell out of it, and it's gonna be mediocre, but people are still gonna buy the fuck out of it, and it's just the way it's gonna be, you know.
And I'm sure it'll look great. I'm sure the screen will look amazing. But we've seen the OLED handheld. We've seen like the PS Vita was that.
Yeah.
OLED screen,
Bring
etc.
back the Vita, bro. Let's go PlayStation. Bring it back, Vita.
I don't see, but I don't think PlayStation can hang in the portable realm.
Oh, they can't, but like.
Not even just with as far as like I think they could put out a quality system. I just don't think they can support that. Well, I don't know. They've been getting a lot of new company acquisitions, so you never know. They could have a whole division and try to redo it. But I think Nintendo is the only one who has games that suit that audience.
Yeah.
The way they because certain games, like, think about it. Like, would you play? I probably would, but would you play a full-on God of War only portable? Like, you wouldn't hook it up to a TV. I probably would just because I want to play it, but I feel like I'd rather have that be my big screen.
I feel like it's more of like a experience on the big screen. You know, it's like a movie, like a long ass fucking movie. Like you're playing Avengers Endgame times 5. You know, I would like if I'm like playing it and like there's like side missions and stuff, like more open world type shit. But yeah, no, I PlayStation's probably never gonna dip their toes back into the handheld market, or at least for like the next 5 to 10 years. Like they have no reason to, until Nintendo decides to be like, hey, we're gonna focus more on not handheld, which probably won't happen at all, but let's just say for argument's sake they're like, yeah, we're gonna move more towards like console based where like it's just this and you can't go out with it. That's when I think PlayStation or Xbox is like, okay, now we're gonna go, because they're not doing it anymore. We can at least compete. You know? And
Xbox will never do it because now that you can play Game Pass and everything on tablets and stuff, they already kind of have their version of that. That's their version of that. PlayStation, I don't know. Like someone like me, I would probably play a lot handheld because I won't say rarely, but I'm not in front of the TV playing games as much as I would like to be, but I'm a rare case. You know what I'm saying? Like kids aren't going to go get that and want to just be like, they're going to go get a Switch.
Yeah. And parents aren't buying
and
this.
Parents are going to want kids. Exactly. And parents are going to want them to have a Switch over the Sony games.
True. Yeah.
I don't know. I think everybody knows their lane.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, and Anna makes a good point in the chat. She says, the chip shortage for this Switch too, which is probably why they're pushing this up.
True. The
Pro up. I feel like this might have been the time for the Pro, and maybe they were like, all right, well, we got the chip shortage. We want to do this, and this next year. Let's push this out. Oh, they might have only had the OLED screens ready and the new sound system ready, and they wanted to produce more, maybe manufacture more, but couldn't because of the chip shortage.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of factors going into it.
Yeah. I mean, the world's still not back to 100%, so it's like we can never really blame them for doing that. That being said, I'm about to blame PlayStation in a second and bitch them out. But no, like it's fine. I feel like it's one of those things where it's like $350 is pretty expensive for what it is, which isn't much more. Like a base Switch is like how much? Like it's $250, right? I think
a base Switch is $300.
Was it? I think I got mine for $250.
Well, nice. Yeah, you lucked up.
Yeah, $50.
Because the light is $200.
That's also way too much for me too. I'm sorry, but that thing's a piece of garbage in my opinion. I'm sorry.
Listen, but you know how many of them things they fucking sold?
Well,
Kids.
that's the thing. I feel like they should. If I'm Nintendo, I'm making them for even cheaper, and making them, like I'm making them myself cheaper, like like build materials, and then also them cheaper, so that one, kids break them more often, and then two, people have to buy them more often, and it's not like an astounding price,
You're an evil person.
No, that's literally what it is. It's for people to like with their gummy hands without our gamer towels that are non-existent.
They're made a little bit more stuck. Trenton has a Switch. He's dropped that thing. He has a Switch Lite. He's dropped that so many times, and it's still going. They make the smaller ones and the lighter ones. Like they know kids are gonna drop those things. Think about the 2DS you just said you had. True. Remember how sturdy that thing was?
Dude, that thing could kill a man.
You could impale someone with that thing.
I don't know about impale. That's not how
you could leave a dent in someone's forehead.
There you go.
Sorry.
You're good. But no, I agree. I don't know, man. I just know for a fact, like, with me just buying this Switch, I was very sad thinking that the Pro was coming out. I'm like, fuck, I should have waited. But now I'm actually really happy that I didn't, because I would have not spent money on this, even if I didn't have the Switch.
Right.
That's just me. But I feel like this base level Switch that we have currently, there's no reason to upgrade in quotes, obviously.
There's no reason to get a better screen.
Yeah. It's also funny to me because it's a touch screen. And it's like OLED, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking touch this. I just spent $350 on this. I'm not touching this with my grubby fucking hands.
The Vita was OLED, and you could touch it.
That's fine. I don't want to do that though. Personally, that's just me. I'm like, this is.
Hey man, we're touching our phones all day.
That's different.
What?
That's fine. That's different.
Okay.
It's different. It's not, but it's different. But yeah.
I don't know.
So that's Nintendo. They made quite a ruckus yesterday, and so did PlayStation right after them. New State of Play is happening this Thursday. Is it tomorrow? Thursday?
Tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow, Thursday. We won't be doing it live, but if you want to watch it live, you can actually watch it live with the Haptic Intel guys. They just actually announced that they're going to be live streaming it, so go over to their Twitter and watch it live with them. I'll be there in the chat watching with them. That starts at
caveat though.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, and I was about to say, read the caveat of that State of Play announcement.
The caveat? Oh yeah.
I got you.
I'm setting up the boys.
Sorry. I didn't mean to rush you. I'm sorry.
I'm alley-ooping, bro.
Sorry, boys.
But so that's announced for tomorrow, 2 p.m. PT, which is
specific. It's 5 o'clock here.
5 here, yeah. So, a lot of people will be out of work, ready to watch it. It's mainly just a 30-minute showcase of indie games and then third-party updates with an extended look into Deathloop. And they also said there's no God of War, no Horizon Forbidden West, or PSVR updates for next gen. Nothing. So it's literally just, here's a bunch of indie, some third party, and then Deathloop, which we've seen way too much of. And
so what did I say to you in the chat? I think that we're going to get in this showcase, I don't want people to get their hopes up. I feel like we're just going to get all the third parties that we saw in E3.
Yeah.
But the PlayStation trailer of those exact same games.
It just has like the PlayStation like end cap, and that's it.
Yeah,
Just PlayStation, and then like
it's all
like,
those Ubisoft and who else is there? All those other companies, but just PlayStation.
yeah.
That's right.
I don't know, man. I'm like, I like the idea of seeing more like indies and stuff, but like I don't understand why you wouldn't do anything for E3. Then afterwards you would get like on the day where everyone's hype about the Switch. So this is where you can just be like slam dunk on their asses because people are already hating on them because this is, you know, what they did is kind of scummy if you think about it. It's like a
No, they just
penny
did
picking.
what Nintendo does.
Yeah, which is penny picking. You know, like they're after your money. They don't care about you. They want your money.
You
And
see
then-
how strategically it comes out the same day as Metroid Dread, right?
Yeah,
Which is what? It's $60. It's going to be $60. So they are expecting people to. That's a $400 day for somebody.
good thing it's only 60 for me. Cause fuck that. But
Yeah, I'm getting Dread, and that's it.
yeah, man. I don't know. Like I feel like Deathloop.
Stop showing me it.
Stop showing it. Yes, because like we've seen it more times than we can count at like events, Game Awards, like everything, their own events, like shit like that. Just wait for it to be out. Like as of this point, I want Deathloop. I'm not talking shit on Deathloop. I'm not saying that it's bad. I just don't want to see anything more of it. Like you've shown me so much. We're getting to the point now where it's like you're gonna show something that I'm not gonna want to see, like a spoiler for the game. Like, and it's gonna be like subtle or something there, but like we're getting to that territory where it's like, just wait, just fucking wait. We know what's coming. We know.
Right.
But I don't know.
And they like, what more? They said it's an extensive look, and it's like, well, how much more do I need to see before you're just ruining it for me at this point?
Exactly. Like I don't want to know how I play this game, what the controls look like, what the UI looks like. I don't want to know any of that until I get the game in my hands. If it's physical, probably, because disc edition, and then that's it. I want to learn as I play, and then just be like, oh, this looks like a lot like the cinematic gameplay things that they've done. Cool, awesome. That's all I want. But am I gonna watch it? Yes.
Do you think they show? Have we saw gameplay already, right? Have you just seen like CGI trailers?
We've seen gameplay. I'm pretty sure like all the stuff they've shown is like gameplay, but like to the max, where it's like you got like pro players playing it pretty much. We've seen it, but we've never seen like the UI. We've never seen the controls or anything like that, or like what it would look like for a normal casual player to play. It's always been like insane shit happening, pretty much like jumping through windows and like hitting headshots left and right and like not missing bullets, pretty much. But
Right.
I don't want to see it anymore. Just
Leave me alone, Deathloop.
yeah, like just tell me your release date. Like I don't want an extensive look. I just want a release date, and then be like, here it comes, or like pre-order bonuses, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
No extensive look. I don't want an interview with the director. I don't want talking to the voice actors. I don't want shit. That's it.
I think that that it worries me because you really do have to get your expectations in check for these state of plays, because it's only 30 minutes long. So if you have an extensive look at Deathloop, that's at least taking a third out of that show. Let's just say it's 10 minutes. And on the low end, let's just say it's 10 minutes, right? That means you have 20 minutes left of show. They're going to show third parties. We've just seen mad third-party games at E3. So there's no way, unless they've struck some new deal with a third party in the last less than 30 days. It's only been, what, 2-3 weeks since E3?
Yeah.
So unless they struck some kind of deal that no one knows about, and there's a shock that they're going to show. And I can see them showing something surprising. I don't think it's going to be anything ridiculously crazy, but so unless they show that, they got to be showing things we already know about. And then indies. I'm all for some indies, but I don't think that's why most people look into state of play.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with them being there. I just think
be there. It's just
Yeah.
that shouldn't be your like, hey, here's a state of play and only indies, and then a game we
And-
already know about.
But if that is the case, there's nothing wrong with that if you pitch it that way. Because I know Nintendo has their indie showcases too.
Yeah.
But they go in saying, no, this is all indies. This is just an indie show.
And to be fair, they did they specifically say this, or was this just Wario that we quoted?
No. The PlayStation said
So,
that.
yeah. So like, here's the thing: we can't be mad at them because they're being honest with us, but at the same time, we're mad at them.
I think it's only because they're quiet. You know, we haven't. They weren't at E3, but I think that we're going to get a full-fledged PlayStation event before the summer's over. Like, I think we're going to get one in like August or something. And they may be getting this stuff out the way, and then whatever comes up is just going to be their version of their E3 showcase.
And to be fair, like, they just signed on like a ton of new studios too, like for exclusive. I don't think we talked about that.
We didn't get to that yet. But there's a lot they need to say because they've been doing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I almost wish that they waited to show those reveals for this. You know what I mean? Like, just wait.
I don't know, man. It would have been like, who was that studio during, what was it, Jeff Keighley's show?
Well, that was different because they just like talked for like 4 minutes about how they're now a part of like whatever, I forget what team it was, but like
they're part of Sony, right? They were saying.
I think so, yeah. Like they said they were joining Sony, but like if you have like just to rattle them off, Housemarque, then you also have who else? Blue Point,
Right.
Nix's, and that's I think it was the 3, right? It was just those 3.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
like you have those 3 big studios. You got Housemarque with Returnal that just came out. You got fucking Blue Point. What do they make? I forget.
Blue Point is what's the game? Fuck, not Demon's Soul. Fuck. Let me look it up.
All right, but while you do that, they also signed Nix's, who has worked on like Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Hitman, and Avengers.
Your favorite, but I hear they're responsible for a lot of PC work, and the people are thinking that they got signed on so they can keep doing these PlayStation ports to PC and help back that up.
I wouldn't be surprised if they put like a PlayStation app on PC sometime soon. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh, and Blue Point is responsible for a lot of like collections and remasters and stuff like that. So I think they might be on just to so they can keep refreshing all these series they got.
True.
Because they made the Demon Souls for PS5. They made the Uncharted collection, the Metal Gear Solid HD collection, Gravity Rush, Shadow of Colossus collection. They made PlayStation All-Stars, so get ready for that.
Your favorite.
Yeah. They made those games. So they probably, from what I'm seeing, I could see them being in charge of like keeping that.
PlayStation All-Stars too.
Of course, because we're all waiting for that. And remastering a lot of stuff. They're constantly remastering right now.
Yeah. What do you think the next thing they remaster is?
I feel like something wasn't like Metal Gear.
Metal Gear?
That's been rumored for a while now. Metal Gear collection. I think it's collection, the first 3. Or no, the first one. They said, like, I think that's like heavily rumored. Like, it's just not officially announced.
All right.
Because Sony, I think, Konami still has that.
Mm-hmm.
They still own that. So, Metal Gear, I think it's coming back.
You just had a little lag glitch and it was kind of fun.
I did? I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It was Metal Gear Solid.
Metal Gear. I feel like Metal Gear is going to be.
What's the Will Smith song? Like, that one.
What?
Where he goes, he like says, like repetitively a lot in one
this
of the
is
songs.
A song?
It's a Will Smith song. I can't remember
what song is it.
I don't know. That's why I was asking you. I just know it. I forget, like, he just like goes,
Do you remember any other part of the song?
Nope. Literally, that's it. I just remember him just doing that aggressively.
I feel like Will Smith says that in conversation. I can't pinpoint what that is.
That's just his laugh.
Exactly.
But
If anybody knows the Will Smith song, put it in the chat.
I don't remember what it is, but I remember it from something. But CLD in the chat said Legends of the Dragoon.
Man,
Never gonna happen.
I don't think they're ever gonna do it.
It's never.
They're never gonna do it because they would have to they'd have to bring it back to like the people's minds. Like no one, if you bring it out now, people are gonna be like, "What is that?"
True.
I don't think it's beloved. It has a cult following, but I don't think it's a beloved thing. I'd like to see it.
You could hype it up over time, like tease like here and there, and like get like the hype built up, and be like, "Oh, what is this? What is this?" And then people are like, "Yo, it's Legend of the Dragoon," and then the talk gets around there, and then people start researching it. Then they join the occult, and then we are all cults.
We are all cults.
Oh,
Say before quitting.
Just Lose It by Eminem. That's what it is. For some reason, I heard Will Smith doing it in my head because I can see Will Smith doing it, like physically. You know what I mean?
So wait, is that really what it was?
I guess.
Just lose it.
Yeah, but it's like really like aggressive and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you thought that
in
was
my head? It sounded like Will Smith's like doing that.
I want to
part.
hear a Will Smith rendition.
Here's the thing: I don't know that song.
Ha 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 ha! Just lose it. That would be the Will Smith version.
I only know the part. That's it. So like me thinking that is only because of that. To be fair.
Okay. All right.
So
I wanted like
if I knew the actual song, then I'd be like, oh yeah, probably that's Eminem because you can tell what Eminem sounds like. But like only that, yeah, it's Will Smith to me. Him just like working out and shit now while doing it. But yeah, you know, Will Smith and such. Other than that, Ghost of Tsushima, the director's cut.
Yeah,
this shit.
You know, one day I'm gonna play that. It's in my PlayStation. I've never played it.
I'm buying this shit so fast.
I'm glad I didn't play it because I'm just gonna wait for that upgrade to come out and get the upgrade and then play it.
It looks like the upgrade comes with a little bit of extra stuff too. There is the Iki Island expansion and the Legends mode if you don't have that already. I'm pretty sure that came with the game for free, right? That was like free DLC because the island. I don't think I did Iki Island expansion, but I definitely played the Legends mode where it's like the demon type stuff. You also get the Head of Tsushima skin set, which you get like a bunch of like, you know, stuff, and then also a horse and some in-game items.
You get some skin from the Head of Tsushima.
Yeah, and then a digital mini art book on top of the new features of dynamic resolution for 4K, targeting 40 or no, that says 60 FPS. I'm looking at the tiniest picture that looks like it's made for ants, not ant that's on the screen right now, but like the bug.
Double me's.
It's got 3D audio, so if you got your PlayStation headset, that'll look nice. And by look, I mean sound. You know, words and such.
Words.
They're also adding Japanese lip sync, which is dope. Because in the original, it was all lip syncs to the English voice cast, but then
the subs over it.
Yeah.
Or the dubs over it.
But and it was weird because like I switched between the two because I liked both voice acting casts. That was very, very good. There's going to be haptic feedback for the controller. This guy right here. And then adaptive triggers as well. So much good stuff coming for that.
I'm with you, CLD. Like I'm glad I didn't play it yet. Now I'm just waiting for this.
Yeah, man. If you have the PS4 version, you can upgrade to the PS5 Director's Cut for $30. Wait, no. PS4 Director's Cut to PS5 Director's Cut is $9.99. So if you buy the Director's Cut for PS4, that is $19.99 off the top of the regular version. Then you can take the Director's Cut from PS4 to the Director's Cut to PS5 if you get a PS5 for $9. But if you have the PS4 original, then you can just buy straight to the PS5 Director's Cut for $29.99.
They're gonna have to find a simpler way to do this going forward, man.
Yeah.
People are confused.
You know what
if you're
the
not
simple way is? Generations.
Yeah, we'll get into that shit too.
I'm mad. Sorry. But yeah, I will be purchasing that and replaying it, most likely in Japanese. I think this time the whole way through, with the Japanese lip sync and then subtitles. Yeah.
Moving after that, Hideo Kojima and Microsoft have signed a letter of intent, meaning
They're gonna fuck.
pretty much video game like. But yes, Kojima is potentially producing a game strictly for Xbox, which is a big deal for Xbox because from this point and before he was like mainly Sony.
Yeah.
But and I think that's just cool. At least Microsoft's getting, they're really trying to kill that whole they ain't got games thing going forward.
100%. I'm curious why he's doing that, since he is, like, he's a Sony boy. Like, we can just call that from the start for most of his games. It's like, do you think he went because of money? Or do you think he went because he doesn't believe in PlayStation anymore, or a little bit of both?
I think, I don't think he doesn't believe in PlayStation. I think that Kojima likes to shake shit up. I think that Kojima needs full creative control of whatever he does.
And they'll give it to him.
I don't think Sony won't give it to him. But I think maybe Microsoft, maybe he just wants to shake it up. Maybe he's like, I want to see how I work over here. Maybe. He seems like someone who just goes on whims and like, I'm just going to make this wild move. Mm-hmm. But I kind of respect that in a way, just as a creator. Because like, let me just put myself in a different environment and see what comes out of it.
Sometimes you get too comfortable and you just gotta, shake shit up. Tune in next week, motherfuckers.
Yeah, right. And he was comfortable at Sony, but people are taking it really seriously too. Like all the Sony fanboys are like writing petitions because he went to the opposing side. Like the fanboy stuff, they really need to relax. People take these alliances so seriously. Sony does not care that you're on Twitter all day cursing people out who talk about Xbox. Like people are I don't know, it's getting really dramatic. You know what I mean? It's been dramatic.
Yeah. And it's for no reason too, because at the end of the day, all it is leading to is just more games. And like, while, you might not have an Xbox and you might hate Xbox, whatever. Like, if it's a good game that's being produced for Xbox, you can appreciate that. Even if you're not playing it, like, or then it makes you want to play it. Like, you should, if you're a gamer, in my opinion, you just want to play games. You don't give a fuck where they're coming from, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Like, that's why I'm so happy that PC is getting Xbox stuff now. Like, if I could, I would definitely get an Xbox to play the new Halo. But thankfully, I don't have to because I have it on PC once it comes out.
And that's one thing people need to keep in mind too. Like, you can still play Xbox games without an Xbox.
Yeah. And like that's the thing at the end of the day. It's like it's all leading to new games, and if you have a problem with that and the exclusivity, then you're in the wrong fucking environment. This coming from the people who were like loving on Devolver for their limited run game that's exclusively physical. Listen, there's parts that we can let through that are pretty neat, motherfuckers.
Yeah. They're shaking shit up too by doing that.
Yeah.
I always respect somebody shaking shit up.
Yeah. But yeah, man. I'm interested to see when we see something from Kojima. Probably not for like another 1 to 2 years, most likely.
Yeah. I think the earliest we see whatever he's working on is maybe next E3. Maybe he shows up and just talks, and like it's the official confirmation of like this letter of intent is now consent, and we are moving full force in the direction of games, which, hey. And then also, that's another thing. It's like, it's just a letter of intent, so that also could fall through. Yeah, it doesn't mean he's definitely doing it, but he's in talks with them.
Yeah.
Did you see the, because I respected this too, Xbox put up an ad, was it today? I thought it's today or yesterday, and it's somebody playing Xbox on a tablet with a PlayStation controller. They put it up and they reposted it, and they commented like, yes, we're aware that they're using a PlayStation controller, but they used it to signify the fact that you can play however you want to play.
I like that. It's kind of interesting to see Xbox, because I feel like Xbox was always about like, this is us, you need to be with us, you know, like back in the day, and now they're moving towards like, we just want you to play, we don't care where, we don't care how, just play.
Just use our interface.
Which is funny because that's kind of what PlayStation shit was like with like the we just want you to play, but now it's shifting to like console exclusives and you got to be on our console and like X, Y, and Z, which is it's kind of interesting to see. Like while I am a Sony boy, I am being swayed by Microsoft in a way where I'm like, I like what you're doing and I'm on board with it to the point where I would maybe buy an Xbox if I had any sort of room. But
you're fine. You got a good PC.
Yeah.
True.
Speaking of PC and other games that might be played on PC, EA Play Live, that is coming up very, very soon. 7/22/21, which is in about 2 weeks. It's going to be about 40 minutes long. It's going to be focusing on titles that are only coming out soon, in quotes. July's event will feature Battlefield 2042, which I'm excited to see more about because I very much want to play that game. Apex Legends, which will be cool because it'll most likely be another event that they're teasing in game with. Apparently Pathfinder has a child now, which is interesting because he's a robot.
All right.
And then Lost in Random and a couple other games in quotes. So that's pretty good, coming soon to a EA Play Live near you.
Dope. EA Play. That's going to be a nice little. I think we're going to get some little mini events leading into the fall.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm looking forward to that. It's a nice little quick burst. Like you get EA Play, you get potentially whatever PlayStation's going to do before the fall hits, and then you get the Game Awards for holiday season.
True. Which we will live stream.
Yes, that is definitely happening.
Tune in at some point when that happens.
It'll happen.
Yeah, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, what else we got today? I don't
know. Gears of War Studio, the Coalition, will show an Unreal Engine 5 demo this month. The company recently shifted focus to next-gen development. I feel like that's interesting. I like the companies are going to really start leaning into Unreal Engine 5. And I think that says, I mean, I put this article here just to kind of mention the fact that like, it's going to be dope to see what games look like going forward.
Yeah.
Because like we did the whole generations talk, I think 2022 leading into 2023 is we're going to really see like the fruits of this.
Yeah.
Developers using that.
From people other than Sony, I guess. No offense to Sony, but y'all are slapping us in the face with what you're doing with. I guess we'll touch on it, but we've touched on it slightly in the past, but it's becoming more and more of a relevant topic about people not liking that God of War and now Horizon Zero Dawn are both going to be on PS4 as well. Personally, I'm in agreement. It's really annoying to see this console of like almost like a half a year now. I think it's around, and it's getting close to like a full year. Like it's more on that end.
Right.
Only has like 2-3 console exclusive games. All the rest can be played on PS4. And then they were humble bragging at the very beginning how like they believe in generations and like they're not about like this whole like, you know, like backwards compatibility shit, like how Xbox is like just play all of our games always, Game Pass, we love you. And now they're doing that, which is going against what they said and kind of slapping the people in the face that wanted to join that and be like next gen and moving forward. But I know a lot of people still can't get PS5s, you know, but like it's easily accessible if you know where to look at the right time. Are you going to be paying a little bit more? Yes, because, you know, bundles are pretty much the only thing you can get right now. But like it's still, you can still get a PS5 relatively easy at this moment. Like the one night we all were on Discord and like fucking 6 of us got fucking PS5s.
Oh yeah, that was a wild night. I forgot about that.
How the fuck are you like that?
I think I just sent the link and like, yo, they go live at this time, and then everyone got one in the chat.
It was just on a whim, and like everyone's like, yeah, I want one too, cool, and then like just fucking got them for each other, and like that's the thing. Like if you want one, there's ways to get one. Like obviously bots are a thing, and they're gonna be abysmal, but like if you've got a group of friends that can help you out,
Yep.
you know,
I got my uncle one last week.
yeah. So it's becoming more and more accessible too, which is another thing. It's like not only is it like if you know where to look, you'll get one. It's also just easier to get because the hype's dying down, and rightfully so because generations don't fucking matter.
I think that I don't even think the hype's dying. I think that slowly but surely more people are getting them, so it's less people demanding them.
Yeah.
I mean that doesn't really say much because they're still sold out immediately every time, or almost immediately. But it's getting slower to sell out now. Like I'll see it go up, like PS5s right now, but like an hour later, they'll still be like still available.
Yep.
You jump in.
And they just sit there, but I mean, CLD in the chat right now said I've actually had like 6. Like that's insane. Like you can get it's so easy to get it now, but it doesn't matter. Because none of the games that are coming out in like the next 2 years seem like they're going to be exclusive to the next gen. Meanwhile, Xbox is just killing it. No offense to PlayStation, but Xbox is kind of fucking ramping their shit up. Mm-hmm. So there's that.
I think the like kind of how you just said, the whole they believed in generations. They were kicking Xbox's back end, talking about they were doing it wrong. But I don't. And I get the argument, the whole, console shortage, chip shortage, et cetera, et cetera. But that was never an excuse. That never mattered before.
Yeah.
Like when we moved from, like, let's say, GameCube to like Wii, when Wii was impossible to get, you couldn't walk in a store and get a Wii. That's when that whole big craze happened and everybody was playing Wii Sports and everything. You could not get one. But the only game they had on both systems was whatever the latest Zelda was. And that was only because it was a launch game. Mm-hmm. Other than that, they weren't like putting their new games on GameCube.
Yeah.
You couldn't find a PS2. They weren't developing, they weren't putting all their launch PS2 games and making them PS1 games. Like I feel like that excuse only goes so far. Mm-hmm. And that's not even to disparage the people who want to play these games. That's fine. Like, and you should want to play them. But I still think there's something to be said for having exclusive, like God of War and Horizon. I feel like they should be PS5 games.
Yeah.
Like 100%. those flagship titles should be exclusive. Now, Demon Souls was exclusive, but that's a game I could have been like, yeah, put that on PS4, whatever.
Yeah, wasn't that like a remaster or something?
Yeah, it was on PS3 game.
Yeah, so that
I wouldn't have cared about it.
That makes complete sense, but that makes me scared for like games like the next Spider-Man. Like I feel like that's not going to end up being console exclusive, and then it's going to end up not using the PS5 to its full capability because they're going to be so focused on being like, okay, so here's the PS5, this is how much we can do. But we also need to make it playable on the PS4. Like, that's kind of what happened with Miles. Like, while it's great on the PS5, it's not 10 out of 10 amazing,
Right.
But, I don't know. And in the chat said, are PS5 versions of games the same game, or are they graphically better in any way?
What are graphically better? Fidelity is better. Frame rate is better.
Yeah.
It's the same game, though. You're not getting, like, you'll get, not even DLC. It's pretty much just the same game.
It's the same game, but you're getting the next-gen experience when you have, like, including, like, the controller stuff where it's, like, your haptic feedback,
right,
your 3D audio, all the stuff that they're adding to the Ghost of Tsushima stuff that we talked about earlier, that's pretty much what you're getting on an exclusive PS5 game. It's just annoying when it's, like, you have a company that's, like, all we care about is generations, and that's literally what their motto was at the beginning, and now they're just like, oh, yeah, but it don't matter now. Like, there is no exclusives except for Returnal and fucking Ratchet, pretty much. That's about it. And then Bugsnax, which came out with the console for free, and that's about it. Everything else is like, yeah, you can play it on PS4, and it's pretty much the same thing. But it's
even like reverse engineering shit. How they're about to put Godfall, and they make a PS4 version now, and that was a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like they're backtracking on themselves because they don't have the confidence to just go balls to the wall on the PS5, which, and here's the thing, obviously the Backstreet Boys reunion tour happened. We know. It's getting to the point where that's becoming less and less of an option to use that as an excuse as far as we get out of it. You know, like while these games have been in development for years and whatnot, and then like this happens and slows them down, it's like you need to like assess what you can do and like move forward with it. And like obviously, you know, you got to make money. I get it. Sony's gotta like, they either need to come out and like just say like we don't believe in generations anymore, or like just say fuck you, no, God of War and Horizon aren't gonna be on PS4, which they won't do. And it's, here's the thing: do I want more people to play those games because they're great stories and they're great times? Yes. Get a PS5. Like that's what it's meant for. Like the big. And
again, we don't mean to disparage anybody by saying that.
Yeah, and like if you can't, that's fine. But like those games are supposed to be like played at the highest capability that you can. Like God of War was like the highest that the PlayStation could get when you had like the PS4 Pro and whatnot. Like that performed insanely well. Now with this, like it's not going to be as good as it can be because they have to take account for that PS4.
And that's bad because like I feel like especially their first party like flagpole game, like God of War is essentially the most anticipated PlayStation game, period.
Much, yeah.
Like that should be PS5 exclusive. That is like kind of the analogy you use. That is the Avengers like end game of video games, of PlayStation video games. People are waiting for that. That should be engineered to be the highest level video game possible.
True.
And like you said, they can't because now they have to account for old technology.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing: like, will it still be good? Yes, obviously. It's just while it could be better. That's always the argument. It's like, what could we expect if it was just like they had all focus in PS5 and using that technology to its fullest capability? But we will never know now. We will never know what the highest tier God of War PS5 exclusive will be now because of this, which is just the way it's going to be, and that's fine. We're still going to get a great game, obviously, because how would they not make a good God of War 2? I don't think that's going to pull a Cyberpunk. No offense to Cyberpunk, but also full offense. Fuck you, Cyberpunk.
Full offense to Cyberpunk.
But yeah, like it's just like taking the energy away from making it the best it can be to make it available for everyone, when at the same time, I don't know, people can get a PS5 by now. Like, I'm not trying to say like if you don't have the money, like, but like listen, like it's available. It's way far out. Like we have no idea when that's coming out. At least Horizon I'm like somewhat okay with. Like I'm not in love with the fact that it's on PS4, but I'm like,
I understand that though, because that was originally engineered for PS4.
Yeah, but fucking God of War is like built from ground up. Like it can be built from the ground up as a PS5 game, and it's not gonna be, which is the sad part. But we gotta.
I honestly think if you know, the pandemic didn't happen, then we'd have got I think Horizon might have came out on PS4.
Probably, and that's fine. And then we would have got a PS5 update, and that would have been fine as well.
Right.
But it's weird to see them backtrack on their own word after disparaging and talking shit on Microsoft and Xbox, when Microsoft and Xbox literally just blew everyone out of the water at E3. Like they fucking showed up and they were like, "Yeah, we're here to fuck," straight up. But
get naked.
Yeah, get naked with this intention. But in the chat we got CLDC. I think it's more like they don't have faith in their ability to produce enough PS5 consoles, which could hurt more game sales. I get that, but also like I don't think that it would, because it's fucking Sony. They've sold like more than 8 million copies of the PS5 right now, and like God of War is God knows how long out, and then like Horizon, like we're just gonna discount that entirely, but like they have so much time for people to get a PS5 and like actually want to be on the PS5 that they could even make a shit ton of PS5 specifically for God of War and be like, here's the bundle with God of War, and like there you go. And it wouldn't be like a special edition, it would just straight up be like, here's a PS5 and also game. But I was thinking it's money, says Anna. If they do this, then they can make definitive edition or such in a couple years and resell the game.
And they definitely will.
They will. I mean, it'll be like the Game of the Year edition shit that we always see at GameStop with like the red fucking line across it. You get all the DLC.
Yeah, you're gonna get like how Tsushima's doing. I bet for both of those games, you're gonna get an expansion.
Oh, 100%. And it's fine. Here's the thing. We're just two dudes on a Zoom talking about things that we're slightly disappointed in, but we'll love to play anyway.
Right.
It's gonna happen, and it's fine. We're just saying, hey, it could have been better, and that's sad, but we're not mad about it. But I'm also mad about it.
All right.
Moving on from that long,
that could be an
talk.
entire podcast in itself. Now I wasn't going to bring this up, but I'll bring it up only because we kind of touched on it. But the rumor is that there is going to be another PlayStation event announcement, and they're going to discuss their recent acquisitions and the internal PS5 SSD expansion, that the info we never got.
Yeah.
Later, more rumors came out saying we were finally going to get the Horizon release date that they never said, and finally see some God of War. I got that from at PS5 only on Twitter.
I wonder what they cover.
Yeah, right. But they're usually on point, so yeah. I figured I'd put that out there. I can't confirm any of that. I'm not saying that's definitely going to happen, but that's the rumor swirling. But they are the same account who said we get a State of Play July 8th, which is happening tomorrow.
True.
So take it with a grain of salt, but they haven't been wrong. So
true. And then after that, we got some news from the good old IGN.
The good old IGN.
Apparently, reportedly, specifically, Grand Theft Auto 6 will reportedly return to Vice City, featuring an evolving map, which sounds very cool, in my humble opinion. There's also a little blurb at the bottom. It says, "It map may be altered over time, akin to live service games like Fortnite." Kind of like how different events happen in the Fortnite world, and then we'll change the map in like small ways or very, very big ways, depending on what it is. Sounds like that could be a thing, like almost like an online world or even a single player world where things happen over time and then update the map. Like, hey, that tower's there, now it's not because something happened. I don't know.
I honestly think that's a very good thing to implement in Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
I think they've built up enough to the point, like Grand Theft Auto Online is so huge now that actually makes a lot of sense for that ecosystem.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Even if you just straight jack the Fortnite model, it works for this game.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would probably work very well for Grand Theft Auto to do that.
I agree entirely. I still find it funny. I've still never played Grand Theft Auto 5.
Never
purchased it. Never owned it. I think it's free for PS5 now, right? Isn't that a thing, or is it going to be a thing?
Going to be. Also, that's rumored to be part of the State of Play tomorrow. They're going to start talking about the PS5 version of Grand Theft Auto.
I can see that.
So if you're listening to this and you watch the State of Play tomorrow, you heard it here first.
We did it first.
Did it? Watch it not happen now. Watch them not even bring it up.
We'll just say like everything's going to happen tomorrow, and then we'll just cut the clips so that it looks like we predicted it. Mario to PlayStation, guys. But yeah,
he's wearing a Crash Bandicoot outfit.
Hell yeah.
It's Mario though.
But yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I feel like Grand Theft Auto 6 is almost not even needed still, and they could wait another 15 years before they put that out. So if that's the way they're gonna do that, that's cool. But they don't need to at all.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
But I don't think this is coming out anytime soon. I don't think we get Grand Theft Auto again until I don't even think we hear about it. Or still, let me rephrase that. I don't think we see anything Grand Theft Auto 6 until the earliest, maybe the end of 2023.
Just
I don't think
number 6, and that's it.
Yeah, Exact. I don't think we get anything anytime soon. They're making way too much money with Grand Theft Auto 5, and they're about to do the PS5 version. They're not about to give you Grand Theft Auto 5 for PS5 and right months later be like, oh, also Grand Theft Auto 6. No, now they're gonna collect all this money from whatever they get from the Sony version.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, but that'll be cool when that eventually does get announced. I feel like they could even do that with 5, but I know that they won't, just because it's a working model where they don't have to update shit, and that's fine. Right. That's what the game is, and that's what it'll be until 6, and that's fine.
Yep.
After that, what do we got? We got the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed, or what's this EA thing with Ripple?
Let me get into that. Hold on, let me get back into it. Okay. Yes, yeah. EA announced Ripple Effect Studios. They were previously DICE LA, which does the who's working on Battlefield 2024.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it not 2024? What is it? 2070 something?
42.
2042. When I said 2024, I'm like, that seems really close. That can't be that.
It seems like 3 years away.
Right. Yeah, 2042. And will be overseen by Christian Grass and Respawn's Vince Zampella. In addition to Battlefield 2042, the studio was working on an unannounced new project. And I saw somebody from Respawn is working there. So once they say unannounced new project, I'm like, all right, I'm with whatever that unannounced.
So Titanfall 3 is happening, is what I'm hearing.
That's what we'll all, anytime Respawn is connected to anything, it's Titanfall 3.
I wish, man. I wish that came out already. Did you see all the shit that's been happening in Apex?
No.
So
I look to you to tell me what's happening in Apex.
Fun story. Apex was down this weekend because it was hacked.
Oh shit.
So Apex was hacked by people who pretty much were Titanfall supporters, because I don't know if you knew this or not, but I think that in Titanfall 1 it was only multiplayer, and they're pretty much shutting down the service for Titanfall 1.
Yeah.
So you can't play online anymore at all, but they're still selling the game.
What?
And that's the only thing you can do in that game is play online. That's it.
That's why I reacted that way.
So that's a thing. And people hacked the EA servers, got into Respawn and into Apex, and pretty much shut down the game from the inside, and then made it so there was like messages popping up on people's screens like save Titanfall and like shit like that all over their screens and shit. And this is terrifying because if you think about it, all they were trying to do is just keep support for a game that they love up, right?
Right.
Their security was so bad that they allowed people to do that. EA, and as like a whole, I wouldn't necessarily lump Respawn in it, but mainly EA, has so much information for people. Emails, credit card information, names, everything. IP addresses, so addresses technically too.
Right.
All that information they have. These people could have accessed that easily, but instead they chose to just fucking try to send a message about Titanfall, which is it's just terrifying to see how shitty their security is that allowed that to happen. So now I'm like terrified that I'm playing fucking Apex and some person's gonna steal my credit card information and be sad because I have no money.
We don't want your money. We just want to send a message.
Pretty much.
The fact that you're here is terrifying.
Yeah, like the fact that they were able to do that is in and of itself terrifying. But EA needs to get their fucking shit together, to say the least. They did fix it and it's back up and it's whatever. But yeah, needless to say, it is very, very scary that EA allowed that to happen with the amount of information that they have. But last but not least, and I mean kind of least, I'm not a huge lover of this, but it's fine. Ubisoft, they're apparently working on a new Assassin's Creed project codenamed Assassin's Creed Infinity. Reportedly it will be an online platform that includes multiple historical settings and will evolve over time, similarly to GTA 6, and there are rumors. They even also talk about how it's going to be inspired by Fortnite or GTA.
Of course.
It's going to have an evolving platform, multiple settings, games are connected but feel/look different. And then Quebec and Montreal will both be working together on it.
That's a huge project if both the Ubisoft studios are working together on it. But I really think everybody's chasing that Fortnite model, man.
Yeah, man. And like, here's the thing: it's a really good model. It's working.
Yeah.
They have fucking merchandise from shirts to cups and mugs. They have toys. They have in-game currency purchases. You can buy a gift card of V-Bucks. Like you can buy so much shit that's Fortnite related. So much. You can buy so much shit that's Fortnite related.
Yeah, Peely.
He's just chilling on my desk doing the splits. I can't make him do that because he's got a banana dick. Anyway.
Well, his hard banana dick just came up in the mic. Just hard plastic thud.
But
now he's on your desk. Go on.
But yeah, so the Fortnite model is genius. So any company that decides to use it, I have respect for in the sense that they're doing it the right way. Now here's the thing. Do the in-game purchases at a better way than Fortnite. I think Fortnite's a little too expensive for what it is. It's fine. I just spent $70+ on an Apex event on like 4 skins. It's cool. I have a problem.
It's cool? Oh, okay. As long as you admit you have a problem, it's fine.
It's a problem, and it's fine. I'm going to probably buy more.
That's fine because in October when we're on the stream and I just slowly lift up that Switch box, the OLED, you can all be like, you have a problem.
I would not be.
I'm really not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I hope. But I don't plan on doing
39, it. Number 39 cut to this clip right here.
I promise. Well, I don't want to promise, but right now I'm not going to do it.
See? I don't want to promise. Why don't you want to promise? It's because you're going to fucking buy it.
I'm going to just drop my Switch and be like, oh man, it broke.
Just give it to Trenton and be like, hey, drop this. Just drop this real quick.
And that's when I'm coming here like, oh man, Trenton dropped my Switch. I had to go get that OLED one. I'm not going. I'm going to wait for next year or the year after when they put out the Pro.
He's going to do it, says CLD in the chat.
I'm not going to do it. I'm practicing self-restraint. It is not a wise purchase. I don't need to do it. If I need to play it on an OLED screen, I can just hook it up to my television.
That's a good point. But yeah, so that's pretty much the news that we have for this week. We're running at almost 2 hours now, in about 20 minutes. Did y'all send questions in the Twitch chat? We'll take a quick talk in the chat moment.
I saw a question come up. Hold on.
I see one from Lucas. Now here, I don't know if you're still here, Grammatics, but I kind of want to save your question until next week when we look really nice and stuff. I don't know what your thoughts are on that, Ant. So I feel like it's a really good question, and if we use that for like the new episode, like the new style, maybe.
I'm with that.
I don't want to push it back. I'm sorry, but like I love the question, and I feel like it'd be a cool question to start off the Disc 2 version of the pod. If it works, we'll see.
Disc 2, but you're right.
Yeah. All right, so I guess we'll do Lucas's question, right?
My bad. I was responding to CLD in the Twitch chat.
That's great because it's in the Twitch chat, so that means it's on the stream in the video version of the pod.
Myself up for failure.
All right, so we'll answer Lucas's question, and we have one in the chat from CLD as well. So we'll do those two, and then we'll save yours for next week. Grammatics. It'll be on Thursday next week. Video version probably Friday. Maybe we'll try to get it out on the same day because it's like the big, new stuff. But we'll see. So starting with Lucas, if you could make a book/comic book into a video game that hasn't already been made, what would it be?
Didn't we do this?
I think it was a comic book character specifically, where it was like, what comic? I said X-Men, obviously, if you remember that conversation where it was the correct answer. And it's good because I can't be argued against now.
Nope. Because my answer is still Batman Beyond.
Yeah, it technically is a comic. That is technically a comic. I was thinking more like book. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever read a book.
You've never read a book?
Like
in
one
your
that's
life?
like good for like a show, you know what I mean? Like a game rather.
Oh, I haven't either then in that case.
I don't know, cause like I'm like thinking like of Mice and Men, you know, like what he plays Lenny and you have to like do a quick time event to squish the bunny's head or something. Like,
Right.
I don't know.
I just want to put in the comments like I've never read a book, Chris 2021.
I mean, we already got 2 people. You can read ?
They love you.
CLD said Static Shock.
Exactly. That was my second one, Static Shock, and Batman Beyond. Those were my 2.
The Strain could be a good game. Isn't that a vampire thing? I think because it's like a strain of like DNA, or is it like
it is?
zombie thing? I think that's what it is. I'm gonna go manga with this. I did Blom last time. I'm gonna say Parasite the Maxim.
Okay.
It's an anime I told you to watch a while ago that you never did.
I didn't, but I remember you telling me about it. In this.
Yes.
Wait, where do I watch it? Where do I watch it? Netflix?
Yeah, Netflix. Whole thing's on there.
I will go turn that on while I'm eating after
Do
this
it.
podcast.
Literally, the first 30 seconds of the episode will grab you, and you will watch the whole series from there. It's amazing. English voice cast, dope. Japanese voice cast, dope. So you got options.
Right.
So I would do that one. Not to spoil anything now that Ant's gonna go watch it, but it would be
That's
a
fine, go
very fun over-the-shoulder third-person game, similar to what's that one game that I think they're making a sequel of the recent No More Heroes.
Yeah.
With like the lightsaber type thing,
Mhm.
something like that, with some sort of quick time event. I would assume in certain areas. There's a scene where pretty much his hand is like this alien being, right? So he calls it Migi because Migi is right in Japanese, so it's Migi.
Okay.
And Migi is fighting for him because he's pretty much his arm now. Like Migi ate his actual right arm, and now Migi is the arm. And he's fighting this dude, and they're like moving like super fast and shit, right? Like with like blades and fighting, and like the other guy's got like his head like claws and stuff. You ever seen Resident Evil 4 with like those guys? It's pretty much based off that. I think Resident Evil actually got it from Parasite, and that's where they based those off of. So those guys are fighting, and while they're fighting, the human character has to like maneuver his way around while his right arm is fighting to catch the other alien off guard, who's like a full-on alien.
Right.
And then like the alien's like, what the fuck? I didn't expect the actual human who's a stupid idiot to do anything. And then like, ensues stuff.
Nonsense ensues.
That would be really cool if that was happening. You're like walking through and like you're trying to like make your way through the blades that are like hitting each other and fighting, and like you have to quick time event dodge like a blade out of the way, and then like then do your like move set and shit. And then also you would just have like a normal like hack and slash beat 'em up style in like a third person. But so good, such a good anime. Go watch it if you haven't. It's a fun time.
Got you. I'm with that.
Netflix.
I'd play that.
Hashtag ad Netflix. Or there was a series of zombie books called Newsflesh, says CLD. That's a very creative name.
Oh, name though, yeah.
I may have forgotten this was a conversation at some point, says Lucas. Listen, man. It was in disc 1. So we're ending disc 1 on a classic.
There we go. Everybody loves the hits.
But so yeah, that was Lucas's question.
Thank you.
Do you want to go in more depth with your Batman Beyond and Static Shock, or?
All right. Well, for the third time, Batman Beyond. No, I just wanted to be
You went
it's
the
gonna
animated
be
series more than the comic, though, right?
Yeah, but you know the world of Batman Beyond though, so it'd be like that. It would be the Arkham. It'd be an Arkham type game set in a cyberpunk type setting.
Hell yeah!
So you get all the good game mechanics of Arkham,
And then the visuals.
and the visuals minus the jank of cyberpunk.
That'd be cool. I would like it cell
what I
shaded
want.
too.
Yeah, I would love it to be cell shaded, and then it'd be that, and that's my third person Batman Beyond game.
Hell yeah, I dig that. So then next we have a question in the chat from CLD.
I got you. Hold on.
I didn't want to read both, but it's fine if you want to. It's all good. I don't want to be that guy.
You finished?
Yeah.
God damn. If there is a game that comes out for multiple systems, how do you determine which one to get it for? You go first.
Depends on the game.
It does definitely depend on the game.
If it's a single player game, I almost always get it on console. Probably PlayStation 4 if we're talking about that. So like PlayStation 5, that era. If it's a multiplayer game, I will play anywhere that my friends are playing, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Mario Golf, Smash, Mario Kart, obviously. Gonna play that on the Switch. When Halo comes out, every single time I'm gonna be playing that on the PC. Maybe I get an Xbox at some point in the future, but not in current living situation. But yeah, like I feel like it's with multiplayer games. It's like anywhere my friends are, I'm gonna buy the game for it. Like I did that back in the day too with Overwatch. Like I played with I think like 4 or 5 people on PC at the start, and then those people stopped completely playing, and then I got it on PS4 because the guys from Haptic were playing it on PS4. And those were the only 2 people I knew who played it anymore, so I picked it up there. So now I have 2 different versions, different skins in each game, like, you know, different levels and whatnot. And, like, I just move back and forth. And now I'm playing it on PC again because, you know, Lucas, Anna, and Trevor and all them, and Nicole now, they all have it on PC. So I just move wherever it needs to be, at least with that aspect. But, yeah.
Got you. My answer is pretty similar. If it's... A lot of times if it's third party, like it's coming everywhere, my go-to used to be Xbox. And that's because I had the most community on there. And a lot of times, this is not every time, but a lot of times it ran better on Xbox or PC. Those always seemed to be the best performing places to go. So if it's on everything, I just went to wherever it performed the best. Nowadays, like with you and a couple of people, PlayStation is like the go-to place. Yeah. So if everyone's there and it's a game that I can play with everyone, then that's where I'm going. Usually, if I'm playing, like if it's a solo game that's everywhere, I don't know, something about playing a single-player game on PlayStation just seems right to me.
It feels good.
Yeah, like single player experience is PlayStation. Multi-platform, I usually go Xbox as long as I don't have a bunch of friends playing on PlayStation. Indies, I like playing on Switch because that's my indie machine. Like if it's a game that's like it's a shorter, maybe less like lesser graphics, like side scrolly, retro-ish, indie-ish. Like it's Switch all day.
Oh yeah.
I get my classic experience from Switch. For instance, like that Devolver game that we pre-ordered, the physical version. Like if it's a game that looks anything like that or retro in any way, I'm playing it on Switch. Because you can play it in small bites. I can pick it up and take it anywhere. I don't need the big screen for it, even though I'll still play it there too, but those games, I could just be laying up in bed, knock it out real quick.
Yeah,
so I like
Mario in 20 minutes, big deal.
No big deal.
Yeah, humble brag.
But no, I feel like that kind of narrows it down for me.
Yeah, I feel that. Grammatics is in the YouTube chat, says, I do the same thing with games. Yeah, man. I think it's towards what I was saying with like where your friends go. But yes, we do have an amazing question from Grammatics. And I want to answer it here, but we're going to save it for this next coming podcast for next week, where all the new stuff is happening. We got hella stuff coming at you next week. As far as content-wise, there are new YouTube videos out right now. There's only technically one because we haven't gotten back to a way out yet because we've been busy. New Resident Evil out. This is one where we actually fight one of the biggest bosses in the game so far. Obviously, there's probably going to be more because I think we're only halfway through.
Really?
Yeah, like, we're nowhere close to the end.
Oh no, I thought you meant halfway through our footage that we got.
Oh no, we're at the almost end of our footage, pretty
I
much.
guess we got to play that.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play that this weekend. But pretty much you can go watch that nice fun boss fight. Ant was at the helm for that. I'll probably take up the helm for the next couple recordings after the last one from this, and then new YouTube video next week. We're gonna try and get it out on Thursday, same day as the actual pod. Maybe not. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. But then maybe we'll start streaming more of that a way out next week as well. We'll be streaming on both YouTube and on Twitch now that we have this dual functioning. Keep an eye out for the merch store. Merch store is technically coming now that we have a merch store thing.
Right.
So I can go, do that. CLD says in the chat, I stopped the RE8 streams. I may actually be able to get through RE7 to play soon. Hey man, go for it. It's fine. Videos will always be there. That's how the beauty of YouTube. But listen, you can follow us everywhere. Save the letter B, number 4 quitting. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and here on Twitch. Drop a follow. If you do, your name will show up on screen when we're live, and it'll be neat and cool and such, and we'll thank you eternally. You can also check out our YouTube. So that's the TITTY. That's all of the places you can go. You can also send us an email, like most of the people in the chat have today, and also Grammatics, who will be getting to his question next week, and you will all love it. Trust us.
First
it's
and foremost,
great question.
the first question during the email section that we're doing.
Oh yeah, 100%. That is the
really
question.
Like that.
There will be like no news this week, to be honest. Like, I mean, besides like what happened at the event tomorrow, pretty much. That's about the only news we'll have. So we'll be able to like dive deep into the question, and it'll be a good time. And if you want to feature your question as well, you can send that to the email savebeforequitting fully spelled out at gmail.com. That's about all I've got for self promo of us and such.
Got some stuff, man. You got some. You'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see what we've been up to.
If you're watching the video version of the podcast, here's a second tease. Look at that. Can't see it on Twitch right now because there's nothing there. I can't live edit that shit. But
you better put it in.
CLD's here, so he can hold me accountable next week. Well, actually, no. I have to do it right now. Fuck. I have to edit it to my... Fuck.
As soon as we end the show, we have to immediately edit it and turn it around so it can be out tomorrow.
Yeah, you're right. All right, so that'll be fun. Cool. All right. Well, we need to go do that. So we'll talk to you guys later, and make sure that you guys always
save before quitting.
And then I'm going to click on the starting soon screen now.
Okay.
And this is the part where we just casually talk underneath it while the music plays. You actually can't hear us right now in the podcast, but you probably can because Ant keeps doing that when I do this. So it's probably got the part right now, and now it's gonna move into the actual other part.
The audio version, he won't hear this part.
Yeah, but the video version, oh well, you will see that shit.
Yeah, all our awkwardness.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.